Today I'm going to have a look at how you pack a rucksack and what you need to take for a day out. I'll start off, you need a rucksack of course, and this is a sit mat, a piece of foam padding, which also can act as extra padding in the back of the rucksack so that things don't poke you in the back. Now the order in which you pack things depends in part on what you think you'll need during the day. But some things you hope never to need, they can always go in the bottom. One of these is an emergency shelter of some sort. This is a little bivvy bag, just in case I get caught out. If there's 2 or 3 of you, you can get a group shelter in which you can all sit, which is very cosy. But this always goes in the bottom of the pack because you really do hope never to use it. Also in the bottom of the pack goes some emergency clothing. In here, this is a lightweight synthetic filled garment. It goes into a waterproof stuff sack. Most rucksacks are not waterproof, so just putting it in the rucksack doesn't keep it dry. The advantage as well of a sack like this is you can squash things down, squeeze all the air out, and it takes up less room. And that can go down at the bottom, as can this. And this has got spare socks and a pair of long johns, again just in case. Now today it's beautiful weather, it's nice and sunny, though never go without waterproofs, the weather can change really quickly. But as it's not forecast to rain today, they can go into what is now the middle of the pack, and I've got waterproof jacket and trousers there. We're now getting on to items that I might need. So these either go in external pockets or at the top of the pack inside. A water bottle. On a day like this is going to be important, but the water bottle can go in an outside pocket where it's easily accessible, or of course if you like a bladder with a drinking tube, that will go in the back of the pack. I've got a lightweight windproof. There's a slight breeze here. If it's windier higher up, I can just pop this on to cut the wind. So that goes near the top of the pack because I might be putting that on later. Also, in case of cold and in case it's chilly on top, just a thin hat and a thin pair of gloves. I've then got a little stuff sack of odds and ends, a small first aid kit, a head torch, Swiss Army knife in here, spare batteries, an emergency whistle, but just having these in a little stuff sack keeps them all together so they don't end up wandering down to the bottom of the pack. And then if I'm out all day, I'm going to want to eat, and they could go in the top of the pack for lunchtime. Of course, vitally important is a map, which can go in the front pocket. I've then got another stuff sack here, but this has got a phone, which is also a GPS and is inside a waterproof case, a compass, optional, but this is a tablet which is also a GPS, so I've got OS mapping on this. So essentially I've got a map and I've got 2 devices with OS maps on. So I've got backup if I need it. And finally there's trekking poles. These will go on the outside of the pack for the initial, easy walk up to here. But as the terrain is getting rockier and steeper, from here on I'd probably get them out and use them. And the last thing is this fleece, which I put on because it's a bit chilly and I'm stationary. But when I set off walking, this will go in the top of the pack, so it's easily accessible the next time, I stop if it's still chilly.